So really, I guess the thing about monks at the moment is finding the right balance between using your chi and mana. Because obviously, you know, you're going to be wanting to use your chi as much as you can, but at the same time, you don't want to be just spamming it, wasting it. And then also, you know, your mana can, I've realised, drain pretty easily if you're not watching it a bit. So you do have to be pretty careful with stuff like that. So let's get a roll going. Lovely. As you can see, our new talent's kicking in there. Got our 50% movement speed increase, and it lasts quite a while. That could be very good for getting away. So let's get some expel harms going on. I've only just realised actually that only actually heals ourselves, but because it still gives us a chi, and I guess it is worth it, because obviously, you know, your chi can be used for quite a lot of very efficient healing, so it's pretty nice, that is.
Got a little Swedish there.
As we can see, this is pretty much spreading between us all. We got heals hopping everywhere pretty much. You know, I can push this button and as you can see it's pretty much spread to everyone in the group at the moment. So that's pretty nice. Costs us 4k mana, but it's not too bad really. You know, and if we need a big heal, we can use, you know, our Thunder Focus Tea and then Surging Mist, which is absolutely lovely. And then obviously, because we've got going to be building up a couple of chi, we can get one of those rolling on our tank. Look, this is the only problem. I've got to find people like when I want to do good healing to them. So like I might have to start using like Control V to show my frames.
Yeah, fix the boss now.
Whoa. Oh wow. I'll pop down some healing spheres then for people to use. Whoa.
This boss reminds me of the lurker.
Ah.
Sorry about the slack.
I don't care, I'm doing it. It's doing fine, to be honest. I'll pop meditation, see what it's like. Oh wow, no one's taking anything up until the point when it finishes.
Heal me!
Ooh, 160k. Lucky, you lucky thing. That, oh wow, 80k AoE heal. Like he healed everyone for like 80k. That is all good. I use up my chi now, and also my roll increases my movement speed. So I have now entered my dungeon. Okay, let's get going. As you can see, I am healing on my monk, and well, I have not actually done this one before, so let's hope that these guys at least have the faintest idea what they're doing. So let's get Surging Mist on that guy. He didn't actually need that. I'm not quite sure what this is, to be honest, down here, this Hosen Disrupted. Maybe it means you've got to kill a certain amount of ads or something. But this tank doesn't appear to be taking much damage, so hopefully he's pretty nicely geared. There we go, I've got my hot rolling on him already. So, you know, we can keep that hot ticked up with an uplift, which should refresh it, but it didn't. I was probably a bit late pressing it. Probably a bit, well, yeah, there is a bit of lag on the beta. Oh god, didn't realise you were there. God, you are taking an awful lot of damage. So let's get a channel on you. Channel of Soothing Mists. That should keep you topped up. Then obviously we can use an uplift. So obviously our renewing mist, it's kind of like a rejuvenation, but it can actually bounce between people. So if I'd taken a bit of damage and I went near our tank right now, the soothing mist would also transfer to me. So as you can see, we can also pop these underneath people and they just straight off do healing. This is also affected by a mastery because they have a chance to immediately heal a nearby ally. So the reason I have actually, as you can see, there's our roll ability. It's pretty nice, you know. And I've spec'd into it, so for quite a few seconds after I actually get a 50% movement speed increase. Well, that's if I've used 2, but as you can see just then, you know, my renewing mist spread targets, so it's pretty nice, to be honest. I can see these requiring some, you know, reasonably decent gameplay. As you can see just then, it's gone and spread to 3 people as those people all took damage. So it's a pretty clever spell, to be honest. I'd like to see how this kind of pans out, and I'm guessing you need to move out of the way of those barrels because they seem to be rolling pretty slowly and popping, probably doing quite a lot of damage. Now this bar has actually blocked me off, so I just have to keep an eye on my health up there. In fact, I'm going to unlock that and move us up. I'm going to move us to there a bit, just so I can actually see better what's going on. Right now, we don't actually have many decent AoE spells, so it can be pretty hard to get some AoE heals out. So sometimes it's just a case of popping down all of these. Now we do appear to be locked in here. Yes, we have a boss, so I'm assuming we just need to stay out the way of these barrels. Or you can actually get on those barrels, but I'm not going to, seeing as I have got no idea what's actually going on here. So Ukuk is going bananas, more barrels are coming. Probably not a good thing, doesn't sound like it, definitely. So monk gameplay at the moment, as you can see, is pretty nice. You know, if I wanted to move over here I could get over there pretty quickly and back. And then obviously I've got my movement speed increase after. So now as you can see, we're also getting a lot of stacks of kind of buffs and stuff. This is our mana tea, so if our mana was getting a bit lower, which this boss seems to be doing absolutely no damage at the moment, then we would be able to regain our mana. I have to say that when healing does become a bit intense, monks are definitely lacking somewhat in mana regen. However, it is probably the fact that I have such a little amount of spirit on the gear that Blizzard have given me. So, probably just unfortunate in that way, to be honest. Now, we can still output a bit of damage if we wanted to, and this does have a chance of giving us stacks of chi, so I guess, you know, if there's absolutely no healing whatsoever to output, we can always output a bit of damage and then use that, you know, for healing. As you can see, our chi wave also bounces and does a bit of damage to targets, so I guess for a healing class we are actually putting out a reasonable amount of damage. So it doesn't look like I'm in line of that. Excellent. So I don't know, these actually do seem maybe slightly hybridy-ish. There's one of my orbs down there, so I'll put a couple of these down so you can see what they're like. That's the nice animation for when they spawn. You know, you can pop them directly on top of people if you wanted to. So look, as you can see now, I can run straight into those and get the healing straight away. That's absolutely lovely. You can pop down up to 3 of these at a time, so you know, I can just get ready to put these down whenever I want to, pretty much. It's probably best to put them where damage is going to be taken, obviously, or you can just pop them simply directly underneath people. Now, our Thunder Focus T, this increases the healing done by mnks, Surging Mists, or Uplift by 100%. Uplift is an AoE heal that heals everybody, I think, in your line of sight, and refreshes our Renewing Mist debuff on them. So it's pretty nice. That costs you 2 chi. And Surging Mist is basically it's effectively a flash shield, but at the same time well, oh, I just got an achievement, lovely. So yeah, it's effectively a flash shield, but at the same time we don't exactly have any greater heals. So this is probably to make that heal actually reasonably viable, I guess. So as you can see now, I can go for an uplift, and it's just healed pretty much everyone for about 20k. That's pretty nice. As you can see, my hot is spreading between everybody that goes near anybody that needs it. You can get another uplift roll in, and that will heal everyone yet again. So as you can see, everybody now has my hot. So as that ticks down a bit, I can actually use my uplift to refresh that hot, which is pretty nice. And if anybody needed some direct healing, I could kind of start channeling, you know, some of my orbs.
Yeah.